Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. And as you guys know, I do like to cover the budget devices as well because it gives me a better understanding of the phone market in general. Now we do have a couple true budget phones here from Motorola, the Moto E 2020 and the Moto G Fast. Now the Moto E is gonna run you $150 and the Moto G Fast is $200. So two true budget phones. We're gonna quickly open up both of them, do a dual unboxing, show you what comes in the box, and then throw them up side by side so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect out of both of them and compare the two. Let's get started. Here are our two phones. We're gonna start with the $150 Moto E from Motorola. Now, let's go ahead and put the device to the side for just a second, and we will see what comes in the box. I'm actually curious to see if there's any extras, anything like that. Standard booklets, SIM ejection tool. Finally, just your power adapter, which is USB Type A. And one interesting thing is that they use micro USB. Not necessarily a deal breaker, but I kind of wish that they went with USB Type C, considering this is the 2020 model. Let's peel off the plastic very quickly, revealing a reflective blue back. I actually do like this blue coloring. Now we're gonna set this to the side and see what comes in the G Fast. Opening up the box, as expected, here is the phone, which we'll set to the side for now. Continuing through, looks like pretty standard. We got some booklets in here. Booklets and SIM ejection tool. So we found our first difference. You have your wall adapter, which is USB Type A, and it uses USB Type C connection for charging. And same thing, let's peel off this plastic, revealing a really cool looking white, not as reflective as the Moto E. With the 2020 Moto E down at the bottom, microphone, micro USB slot, a speaker. Moving along on the right side, you have your power button, which has some texture to it, so you can find it easier, and then your volume rockers. And then up at the top, look at that, a headphone jack is included. Nice job, Motorola. Another speaker, and then on the left side is where that SIM card slot is, plus a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. If you are wondering, the Moto E has 32 gigs of internal storage. Now on the back, you have a 13 megapixel main sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensing lens. Below that is the flash, just a Motorola icon, which I believe couples as a fingerprint scanner. And the G Fast has more of a chrome accent with a microphone, USB Type-C slot, speaker, and then on the right side, same deal, a power button with some texture on it with the volume rockers. And then moving along towards the top, you've got that headphone jack, microphone, and then on the left side, again, you have 32 gigs of internal storage, but you can expand it with a micro SD card slot with your SIM ejection. And you have a different camera system on the back of the G Fast. So you have a 16 megapixel main sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and a 2 megapixel macro lens, along with that flash, and then a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner, just like the Moto E. Taking a look at the front, a bit of a difference. On the G Fast, you will notice a punch hole design with that front-facing camera and just less bezels, whereas the Moto E has thicker bezels and that teardrop design for the front-facing camera. Now, when it comes to that display in general, you have a 6.2-inch 720p on the E, and then a 6.4-inch 720p display on the G Fast. I'm going to run through the startup process, talk about anything noteworthy, and see if there's any differences between the two. So both of these devices have rear fingerprint scanners embedded where that Motorola logo is. So let's go ahead and set them up at the exact same time. So basically we're just gonna be setting our pointer finger on the back of the phone, just lift it on up and set it down over and over. Should be fairly quick. Usually rear-mounted physical fingerprint scanners are just actually better. On both phones, it prompts you to use the Android's new gesture navigation. Basically swipe up to go home, swipe up pause for recent apps, and then swipe from one of the sides to go back. So you can go ahead and give that a try, or if you want the buttons, so if you want to swipe up to go home, looks like we are all done with the setup process. And now that we're on our home screen, here's a little comparison of the display and the display sizes. Just make note of the differences in the bezel sizes and where that front-facing camera is. There are a couple more differences on the inside. So the Moto E has the Snapdragon 632, whereas the Moto G Fast has a Snapdragon 665. So you can expect the Moto G Fast to be faster than the Moto E, and then along with that, it will have some better camera capabilities, including more lenses on the back. In the Moto E, you have a 3,550 milliamp hour battery with 2 gigs of RAM, and then the Moto G Fast has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery with 3 gigs of RAM. So those are the big differences. Jumping into the camera app on both, you will see on the G Fast, you have an icon on the left side here to zoom out to use that ultra wide angle lens, standard. And then of course you can zoom in, but it is digital zoom. It does not actually have a telephoto lens. However, then on the Moto E, you can also zoom, you can pinch in to zoom, but that is the only lens capabilities it has, just the standard wide angle lens on the E. The difference in processors also means there's a difference in video recording. So on the Moto E, you can record up to 1080p, 60 frames a second. Now on the Moto G Fast, you can record all the way up to 4K if you'd like to. And thankfully, Motorola does use a fairly slimmed down version of Android, and they add some useful features. One of my favorites, let's see if it's enabled out of the box, is the chop twice to enable flashlight, which is always great around the house. You don't even have to unlock your phone, just chop twice, it'll turn it on and off. Here's a look at the different Moto actions that are offered. Looks like the G Fast has a couple that the Moto E does not, including the quick capture. So if I double twist this, it will open up the camera, and then if I double twist again, it will flip to that front-facing camera, and vice versa. After holding the two phones, I'm also noticing that the back on the G Fast has a little bit of a curve to it, as opposed to the E, just kind of more of a flat back. So that's everything I want to talk about for now with the Moto G Fast and the Moto E. A $50 difference between the two devices, and both of them seem solid. Drop a comment, let me know which one you prefer, which one you'd go with. And obviously with the G Fast, you get a little bit more, but you save a little bit more money with the Moto E 2020. Now let's go ahead and actually test out that fingerprint scanner, set our finger down, slight vibration, seems to unlock really quickly. Let's go ahead and set it down. Unlocks right away, so nice and fast, but that is it. Again, guys, more content coming. Be sure to click that subscribe button. As always, guys, thanks for watching.